Welcome to In the Box Seat. I'm Ray Fewings and I'm a very excited commentator because this week coming up in Greyhound racing is going to be a beauty. We've got the National Sprint Championship final and the distance final at Albion Park Thursday night, and we've got the information that Pedrosa, one of the chances in the sprint, has come out. Now he's an SA bred dog. I think Angela Modra bred him out of Brooklyn Rain, and he's been a great dog in Perth, but unfortunately injury has taken its toll. We've of course got Point Two Over and Calden Mayhem going around in the two divisions. They won't be any sure things, but I'm sure they'll acquit themselves well. Now the other big news is that Pedrosa's kennel mate Miata is going to trial here at Angle Park on Thursday night. So what you might say? Well, Miata is unbeaten in 3 runs at Cannington, and she's broken the track record at her last 2 runs over there. Why is she coming to Angle Park? Well, they've earmarked the Coffex Coffee SA Oaks for her, so she'll be familiarising herself with the track by going around here on Thursday night. So plenty happening. And we've got the preludes, of course, on Wednesday of the Oaks too. So some of our good performers getting a run or two in, getting ready for that race. Now, what's on this week? Well, apart from the Nationals up there and the Coffex Coffee Oaks preludes, we've got the Townsville Cup heats up there in Queensland getting underway this week. Now, Chase's Restaurant, the face in the crowd. Always check the website each week. You never know if you've dined at Chase's. They may have captured your dial, and it could result in you getting dinner for 2 at Chase's Restaurant. It's well worth looking up each week on grsa.com.au. Now, as far as the Honeys tips for this week are concerned, they've got a few earmarked for us, and Ruby Licious is one of those on Wednesday. That's race 7, number 1. Ruby Licious has been racing in much stronger company at Angle Park of late and drops back to Wednesday grade and drawn well, should be on the pace, finishes on strongly. It's the Honey's first best bet there. And they've gone for race 8, number 5, Fat Wreck. Now, Fat Wreck has come back after a spell in pretty good form, and they expect it to win again on Wednesday company. Now, the Honeys say on Thursday night, race 2, number 7, Long Gully Bob. It's a very promising young greyhound from the Herndon Kennel. Looks to have a big future ahead of it. Last win was outstanding. Their first 4 in race 2 is 7-2-5-1. And their other tip, well, I've pinched this one from me. Race 11, number 1, My Boy Pedro. I think it's in with a very good chance. In fact, I think a couple of the Pedros can win there on Thursday night. Performing well. Good winner over Tesla in 3018. And of course was checked at the start on that occasion, so it was a good run. Their first 4 on that race is 1, 4, 5 and 6. Now the in the box seat tip for Thursday is race 5, number 8, Random Test from the Rob Harness Kennel. Now it's going over the 600 and drawn 8, drawn to use its early speed, set up a good lead and be very hard to beat. Now as far as my dogs to watch are concerned, Wednesday, race 5, number 2, Heel Clicker. Very promising puppy, very strong at the finish. And race 10, number 2, Rawson Reason. He's had a few runs back from a long spell. He's performed extremely well each time, and I think he'll be a winner on Wednesday. On Thursday night, event 3, number 8, Bad Boy Pedro. And I'm going to make it a Cornella in the last. As I mentioned, My Boy Pedro is a good chance off the red, but I think Mojito Hanito will make that a bracket selection because drawn out there in 6, I think it will jump this week and be very hard to beat. Now, our in the box seat guest this week, it'll be Ray Barkler, coming right up. Well, our guest on In the Box Seat is Ray Barkler, a man who has seen the light at a very late stage of life. Hi, Ray.
Good evening, Ray. How are you?
You were formerly out there with me at the harness horses, and you've switched to the dogs, and I guess you're saying, why didn't I do this about 30 years earlier?
Yes, about 30 years or 40 years earlier.
Yeah.
It would have been good.
You're having a wonderful run. Gawler last week, a double there, and the winners are coming frequently for you.
Yeah, I've had quite a few over the last 3 months, probably about 13.
Mm-hmm. So. Well, tell us a story. We'll go back to the harness horses. Always had 1 or 2 and a few winners along the way.
Yes, my boy used to drive, Matthew Barkler, and he used to train them, and we had the Glenburn Flame. He won a couple for us, and we've had a couple of trotters, and then we decided to go into the dogs. Mm-hmm. And
so how do you set about that? I mean, it's all right to say, well, let's get rid of the horses, let's get a dog or 2. How did you set that in motion?
Oh, Dean DeCray, he really had a dog. We got a dog named I just can't think of the dog's name. He got it from over New South Wales, and we won about three with it. And Dean said to me, "Would you like to take it over and train it?" I said, "Okay." Then I won three in a row with it. So and then after that, I got a couple more. Peter Janovic got me a couple of dogs, and I've gone in it from then.
Well, of course, you're well known here at the track as the handler for Peter Jovanovic and also Leslie Sermon. Yes. One would expect that you've probably picked up a few training hints from them.
Yes, I have a lot from Peter, yes. Now, Peter's out at the moment. Now, Leslie trusts me to bring all the dogs down and box them for him and look after them, and that makes me very proud.
So what do you reckon you've learnt from a bloke who knew nothing about training greyhounds, knew a bit about getting a horse fit, but what have you learnt since getting involved with one of the true professionals?
Really plenty, really plenty. Only through Peter. He really taught me practically everything, and I'm pleased of that, Ray.
Well, I reckon it's reflected in your dogs too, Ray, because you're a lot better trainer than you were when you started off, and I mean, you're getting the best out of a lot of these dogs, and Slapping to Bass, one of your better dogs, he looks as though he has a bit of a future. Yeah,
he'll be back very shortly. I trialled him the other night. He went pretty good, and now I've got another dog, Lady McQueen's, that won the other week and just got beat last night, Sunday night, by a nose, and you know it's terrific. Yeah. I love the dogs.
So how many in your kennel at the moment?
About 9. 9 racing dogs. They're all one.
And what, you do yours first and then you go over and give a hand with Leslie at the moment?
Oh, no, I do my own. Leslie does all hers. I only go there and do anything she wants and bring the dogs to the track or take them to the trials.
So what's your ambition in this game, apart from training a heap more winners? Would you really like to get hold of a top-class dog at some stage?
I think so. I like I boxed her for 40-20 the other day, and I just got beaten. I thought I might have been on top of the podium, and probably would have went across and boxed it over
in Queensland.
In Queensland, you know?
Yeah, I guess that's where you learn. You know what a good dog is really like and you see what terrific condition they're in as well.
Yeah, they especially now Leslie, their dogs just absolutely look beautiful. So many people said to me how good the dogs are when they come to the track.
Well, they don't appear to have slipped back at all since Peter's been out.
No, Leslie used to be in dogs years ago, and it's no polish been taken off them. I reckon sometimes a bit more polish has gone on them.
Well, we might have to cut that out, I reckon, Ray. Thank you very much for being our guest on In the Box Seat tonight.
Thank you very much, Raymond.
And I'm looking forward to the first time you have a classic winner here at Angle Park.
Thank you very much, Ray.
Our guest is Ray Barkler on In the Box Seat, and as mentioned, he's helping out Leslie Sermon at the track of a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You name it, Ray's one of the first faces you see, and he's nearly always got a smile on the dial. Make sure you tune in to grsa.com.au for all the greyhound racing news, and good luck.